Hello everybody, this is JudiciousFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm going to be getting to the point of the video pretty soon, but right now I just want to try to get a, uh, a 5 Pyre Mage for my Phantom King. And the reason is I'm constantly trying to up my score in the in the boss 5 battle, and that's really just where I use Phantom King. So I'm going to change this Unbridled Fury. He's always paired with Bingo. There we go. He's always paired with Pumpkin Duke anyway, so now he's going to have an extra helper beside him. All right, nice. I wanted to take a review of where I am in hero development, where I am in terms of my altar. This is probably going to be a multi-part series. I'm not going to want to load up the video time too much here with the amount of detail I want to go into. I don't just want to look at the heroes. I want to look at why I made some of the decisions I made and how these heroes perform individually and as a team in different game modes. So let's just start with the first couple of heroes in order in my altar. Um, Oh, and right now I'm at 800,000 might, and it seemed to be a good time to take a look at where we are. Let's go all the way to the left. Okay, very first hero I have is going to be Demo Gorgon. And Demo has always been one of my favorites. No one is immune to his blind. I use him in a variety of circumstances. Infernal Summit 4, I use him with Guild Wars attacks. I use him in Lost Battlefield. I use him in Labyrinth. He is tremendous. At full skill level 12, he's striking 6 foes 3 times over 2 seconds. He's dealing damage to 790% of his attack, and he's inflicting that blind on every hero in the game for 1.7 seconds. He gains immunity to damage. His critical rate soars to 96% for 4 seconds. This is why I've not outfitted him primarily with crit traits, because he's already going to be at the 96% crit level. His cooldown is only 5 seconds, and he's immune to stun and to fear. Right now, with skill level 12 and talent, okay, Sacred Light, he's going to get a huge HP increase. I use Sacred Light 9 times out of 10. I do this because not only because of that huge health increase, but the damage reduction. He gains immunity to damage for a certain period of time, but it's not all the time, and I need that Sacred Light to be working. So I run him from a defensive standpoint. I want to keep him alive and keep allowing him to use that blind. When I go into on all my heroes, except for maybe 2 or 3 exceptions, I have 1 defensive and 1 offensive talent. Right now, he's running the defensive talent. And then, touch of a button, I don't need 2 Demo Gorgons. Not any longer. I've got an offensive Demo Gorgon all of a sudden. And with Wicked Armor, he's going to do 100% extra attack, and the damage that's reflected back at him is going to be limited to 7,000 damage at a time. Typically, it is going to be the reflect damage that gets him. He is not a brand new hero, but he is a hero that is, I think, essential in so many game modes. But 9 times out of 10, I'm running the HP and the damage reduction from Sacred Light. I am typically going to pair him with Piblob. Piblob pairs very well with his skill. While the blind is happening, Piblob is also decreasing the accuracy of the enemy by 24% for 4 seconds with a 5-second cooldown, also inflicting some damage. We go to his overall statistics. Okay, he's doing about 27,000, 28,000 damage. He's at almost 700,000 health. He's got a 1,000 attack speed. That's pretty normal. He's got some pretty amazing foot speed. That's pretty good for a hero. Accuracy. He's at breakthrough 20. I'll go into more details in a moment, but right now his attributes fully maxed the way I want him to be. His accuracy is going to be at around 3,000. His dodge is around 4,300. The crit, I'm not interested in. The crit damage, that really just comes naturally with him. Back in the day, I'd say 2.5, 3 years ago when 3 years ago when he first came out, uh, you could one shot the heroes in the game with that kind of crit damage. But today, that's not really something that's going to happen with most of the new ones. So I really am just trying to keep him alive and get his blind to be working. For Cress, I run a survival. Survival 8 is going to stop all damage from happening for 3 seconds. It will also give Gorgon the ability to heal. Now, take a look at the cooldown on this survival insignia. The cooldown's 7.5 seconds, okay? But 3 full seconds every 7.5, he's not going to be able to take damage. That paired with his natural damage insulation and his sacred light, it makes him stay alive in combat, even under the toughest of circumstances. Before I get into equipment, I'm going to jump to Destiny. He's at Destiny 40. The heroes I'll show you in this review of my altar, they're all maxed in every way that they can be. And in terms of his equipment, I put Victory Lunge on him to reflect some damage back and to increase his attack. There are different ways that you can run with him. That just happens to be the way that I enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah, he has a skin. This is a skin at level 10, providing 800 attack boost, 300 extra accuracy and dodge, 75 extra crit, 10,000 extra HP. So it does make quite a difference. Let me go back in. Under equipment, let's look at his traits. I have 4 level 5 dodges, and I have 1 accuracy, and I have 1 crit. I found this to be a really nice pairing. It makes him real slippery in combat. He's tough to hit. He's a little bit more accurate. I'm not worried about the crit. I've talked about this in many videos before. When I show you my traits, do keep in mind that I have never, let me unlock the accuracy here in the center. I have never hit this change with gems 1950 button. That's a poor way to do your traits. You're wasting gems. What I have done with every hero, I have gotten to the point where 2 are unlocked, and it only costs 450. That gives you essentially 4 rolls for the price of 1 roll when it's 1950. And with that, I have been able to secure 2 really nice 5 traits for every one of my heroes, thereby giving a 5 to each hero I have in the altar. If you're willing, and I believe if I remember correctly, I was probably rolling for 1 more dodge. If you're willing to perhaps take a 5, that isn't necessarily great for your hero. And this crit is, relatively useless for Gorgon, but I'm not willing to close the dodge and roll a 1950 in the hopes I'm going to get another 5 that is worthwhile. There are better things to spend your gems on, and this is definitely not one of them. So you go back in here. Where are we? Okay, so we've got ourselves a Gorgon. I'll probably introduce, I don't know, the first 5 or 6. Let's move on to the next guy in the altar. We got our good friend Pumpkin Duke. Okay, no team is going to be complete without a Pumpkin Duke. I've got a 12 Celebrate on him, 61% increase in attack rate, movement speed. He also gains immunity to stun for 3 seconds. So those stun towers that used to mess us up, it's not such a problem for PD these days. I have paired him with a Regenerate. That is the #1 talent in terms of energy generation for Pumpkin Duke. It is going to boost him with the most energy gain. It is slightly ahead of Empower. And so when you're looking for the fastest PD that is going to proc or activate his skill more quickly than the others, go with Regenerate. On the other side, I have my defensive PD. I used Sacred Light PD with extra health and a little damage reduction. I use this throughout the Forgotten Trials. Sometimes if I'm taking on a specific demon or something in the labyrinth. But this has been a lifesaver in certain occasions. I think I even did an Ember Army or two where I had Sacred Light PD. Um, but typically I am running him with what I would consider his talent, the Regenerate. Under pets, I am running him with a Eulophant, and that's 9 times out of 10 what I'm doing. If PD is attacked, there's a 60% chance that there's going to be a shield that is cast over friendly heroes, hopefully one of them PD, and they're going to get a stun and fear immunity, and their dodge rate is going to increase by 30%. He is breakthrough level 20, and that's going to give us a variety of bonuses. Let's go over here to his attributes. Okay, he's doing almost 32,000 damage. And he's not even an attacker. He's a support hero. He's a buffer. 32,000 damage. He has approximately 600,000 health. He's got normal attack speed, fairly normal foot speed for a hero. And we go in here. His accuracy is 5,000. Now, I outfitted him with a lot of accuracy, and I did that because there are a lot of demons and bosses in this game that have a very high dodge rate. And I find that PD, the more often he hits, the more energy he generates, the more times he can send off his Celebrate skill. It's got 4,200 dodge. The remaining 3 critical, I'm not interested in on PD. So I pushed everything towards accuracy and dodge. Under his insignia, I have his second best talent, which would be Empower. And the combination of these two, the gaining energy, the producing energy, it's going to create a whirlwind where this guy can completely buff your entire team. Under equipment, I have the Unbridled Fury. It increases his attack speed. So he's going to max out in terms of his attack speed. He's going to stack, if you will, again and again the Celebrates very, very quickly. There'll be a finite amount where it will stop, but at that point, we've reached max. Destiny 40, you can see some of the attribute gains that he gets. Let's go into his traits. For his traits, I did 3 dodge and 3 accuracy, and this is a wonderful combination. Keeps him alive a little longer by allowing him to avoid damage, and in those big boss battles or those big fights against an archdemon, it's going to allow him to make good, strong, solid contact against the enemy, thereby giving him the chance to put his Celebrate skill into action. Have we looked at all the parts of PD? Yep. Okay, so he is, let me look at the PD skin. His PD skin, it's given him 60,000 extra health. It's given him almost 1,000 extra dodge, and that's pretty incredible as far as gains are concerned. The attack, I'm not so interested in. The crit, again, it's not something for PD, but that accuracy boost is huge. Let's move on to next hero in the lineup. Oh, we got Anubis. All right, Anubis is a tried and true hero. At skill level 12, he's dealing 345% attack damage to up to 100 enemies. And I think even more importantly, he's reducing their attack ability by 47%. So if you're going to go do an attack on somebody in maybe a Guild Wars, make sure you bring Anubis along with you. He's going to basically cut in half the enemy's ability to hurt you. He transforms for 12 seconds. He doesn't have any ability to be silenced. Ares skill won't work on him. He's reducing damage by 80%. He's dealing additional damage. This is a whole paragraph. Dealing additional damage to all enemies equal to 12% of their maximum health. So if they got 1,000 health, he would do 120% damage every time. He can come back from the dead 3 times, each time with 80% health. Revive and revive crests don't work on him. So some other talent, I went with two classics. This is Sacred Light again. You got to keep your heroes alive in this game today. One or two shots can take out a hero. You've got to give him some health. You've got to give him some damage reduction. When Anubis's skill is in cooldown, and that damage reduction that he gets is it ceases to function, the Sacred Light's going to take over. His attack talent, his offensive talent, is going to be Unholy Pact. This increases your attack by 190%. But you also get, at skill level 9, 15% extra damage, and I'm not worried about it with Anubis because the guy's got 3 lives. So he's a good person to pair with Unholy Pact. Right now I'm running with a Sacred Light in the game modes that I'm using him today. His typical pet is going to be Reapster. Reapster attacks the enemy, does a good deal of attack damage over a period of time. He reduces their attack speed. When the hero that Reapster is attached to, when the hero dies, Reapster summons a shade to help in battle, like an extra hero. Well, Anubis dies 3 times and comes back. So that shade from Reapster is going to be summoned each time that Anubis dies. It's really a neat way to use this pet. As far as the attributes are concerned, let's take a look at his health and damage. Right now he's doing about 29,000 damage. Health, we're looking at about 800,000 health. He's got a good foot speed. His accuracy is almost at 3,000, dodge at 3,700. The remaining attributes are not something that I'm looking for necessarily in an Anubis. With his Sacred Light, and oftentimes with his Unholy Pact, I run Empower. Anubis is an auto proc hero. He doesn't have to be attacked in order to activate his skill. So if I'm using him in Infernal Summit 4, and the enemies are across the board fighting somebody else, Anubis is still going to activate that skill and reduce the enemy's ability to attack by 47%. If I want to keep him alive for a longer duration, I might go with a survival. But the fact that he auto-procs or auto-activates his skill, it's a big game changer, and often I'm running him with an Empower to get his energy up. Here's his Destiny and the attribute gains from that process. Here's his equipment. I'm doing Victory Lunge again. I think this is my favorite enchantment. You get the big attack bonus. You get the reflect of 15% damage. I'm going to go to the traits. I gave him health, I gave him accuracy, and I gave him dodge. And I'm thrilled with this. I wouldn't change the setup. Keeps him out of trouble, keeps him alive longer, allows him to hit the enemy. Go back in. Go to this skin here. He's getting 60,000 health gain. He's getting 400 attack, accuracy, dodge. So definitely helps him to make him a more well-rounded hero. Let's see, we get everything as far as Anubis is concerned. Excellent. Our next hero is going to be Gunslinger. Gunslinger is another hero that has really served so many purposes for me. It's one of my favorites. One of my Sweet 16, like the others I've showed you thus far. One of those heroes that are among the 16 best in my opinion. At skill level 12, she's dealing damage to 2 enemy heroes. She's reducing their healing by 100%. She takes 90% less damage for 2.4 seconds. Now for approximately, let's say 0.6, let's say about 15% of the time, she is able to take damage. That's where her talent will come in. She gains a lot of energy. She's a fast energy gainer. She's somebody you wouldn't want to put Empower on. She sends out war flyers, these little helicopters, and they have scatter on them and reduces the enemy's energy. Each one of these war flyers goes around the board all on their own. It's like having four heroes in one. With her talent, I have a Sacred Light, upping her health and reducing the damage when that damage reduction of hers ceases to function. Now, the attack talent that I have is a Scatter because I always run the Boss 5. And I have found that as far as Gunslinger is concerned, there's not really an attack talent that suits her. She's not an attack hero herself. Her war flyers, the things that fly out around the board, those are the items, the things that are attacking. So she's really somebody who just sits on a base. And that's why I have the Sacred Light. She sits there, you want her to remain alive. Okay, you want her to stay away from the enemy and send out those war flyers. So I felt great about putting Scatter on because it's made her such a strong boss battler. Also against demons, goblins, any archdemon, you can use Scatter on an archdemon. She's at Scatter 9. She's removing 60 energy from 4 different heroes. And she's reducing the one she's hitting, specifically, reducing their energy by 90. This means I typically pair her with Persalot. Persalot's going to do damage, yes, but he's also going to lower the energy regeneration gain from the enemy. Rather than the Scatter that Gunslinger already has and is up with the Scatter 9, Persalot's also going to stop the enemy from producing energy to begin with. It's going to lower that by a significant sum. We go on to her attributes. She's doing about 28,000 damage. She has about 700,000 health. She's got a heck of an attack speed. The lower the number on the swinging sword, the faster the hero attacks. The higher the number on the foot, on the boot, the faster the hero is. So with a very low number next to the swinging sword, she's attacking very quickly. With also a low number on the shoe, it means she's not very fast. Her attributes after getting to breakthrough 20. She's at 2,000 accuracy, 3,700 dodge. We go into Cress. I give her a survival, again, to negate damage and to allow her the ability to heal. She does not have that innate ability, but with survival, she does. Here's her destiny at level 40. Her equipment. I also like the victory lunge. Gives her a little bit of extra attack damage, but it also allows her to reflect damage back at the enemy if she's attacked. We go into her traits. I gave her 3 health and 3 dodge. It's perfect combo for Gunslinger as far as I'm concerned. Stay alive and stay out of trouble. And here she is with her skin at max. A little bit of extra health, a little bit of extra attack, accuracy, crit, dodge, a little bit of everything. Okay, got everything there. Next is Walla Walla. Walla is, I think, the best healer in the game. There are characters like Golem that can put out more heal, but Walla Walla is somebody I would rather have on my team. He's like the ultimate utility hero. There's so many facets to Walla Walla, so many dimensions to the guy. He's still one of the best. It's going to be a while till he's replaced. There was some talk that maybe the new hero, Plant Warrior, was going to replace Walla Walla, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Walla is an amazing hero, even all by himself. At skill level 12, he's going to be dealing damage to 6 enemy units. He's going to be reducing their healing and their speed, their movement speed by 90%. He's going to he's going to heal 5 friendly heroes, so basically your team, by a total amount of health equal to 1,760% of his attack. So he's basically going to fill them up completely with health. He removes your conditions, so if you were debuffed, slowed down, if you were, if you're being affected affected negatively in some way. He's going to stop that from happening. And he increases your team's attack by 36%. He's immune to Ares Silence. He's immune to Calamity. He's immune to anything that's going to rob him of the ability to activate his skill. In his talent selection, I definitely went with Sacred Light. Increases health, reduces damage. That's really kind of what he's missing. So now with Sacred Light 9, he's able to survive a lot longer. His attack talent, his offensive talent, is Zealous Drive. It gives him a little bit of extra range. I find that when there's like a player versus player mode, like Lost Battlefield, that can help a lot. It increases his attack by 90, but it also decreases his damage by 45. It's a very nice hybrid talent, and it's what I go with seldom. Most of the time, I'm using the Sacred Light. The game is at a point where you've just got to keep your heroes alive so they can activate their skill. I always run him with as a Phoenix because it pairs very, very well with his skill. He reduces movement speed, and this pet does as well. Also, the pet is going to inflict some damage. He's got 31,000 attack, 660 health, pretty normal attack speed, a pretty normal foot speed. 2,000 accuracy, 3,600 dodge, a little bit of crit resist in addition. I'm running him with Empower. I typically do that because he, like Anubis, is an auto proc hero. That means he's not going to have to be attacked to activate his skill. I use him in Infernal Summit. I use him on Guild Wars defense. With this Empower, he is able to keep activating that skill again and again. I can switch it up for a survival if the need calls, but it's typically going to be an Empower. I've got him with the Victory Lunge for the little bit of extra attack as well as the reflective damage. Here is his 40 Breakthrough. We go into his traits, and I've got 3/5 dodges, a little bit of extra health, and some crit resist. I think this is a great setup. I'm very happy with this. I would not change this anytime in the near future. I noticed that when my heroes started to get to Breakthrough 20, that their attributes changed dramatically. And this caused me to re-roll traits on many of my heroes because their attribute levels were so out of whack with what they were when they were maybe Breakthrough 10. It's those steps in Breakthrough of, like, say, 10 to 20 that make the most dramatic impact on your heroes. Next in the queue is our buddy Treantaur. Treantaur does things that no other hero can do. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the Walla skin. Let me go back to the Walla skin. You see he gets a really nice attack bonus. I mean, that's not so great for Walla. I would rather it be more accuracy and dodge. A little bit of health. It can't hurt. We go back to Treantaur. Treantaur does two things that really separate him from the other heroes. At skill level 12, he's reviving. Let me jump down to the bottom here. He is reviving, bringing back from the dead 6 of your team. Now, when they come back, they have 75% of their health. He is also, and this is my favorite part, he's letting your entire team take 60% less damage. And I use him on all of my Guild Wars attacks. Whatever the enemy is going to do to me, it's going to be reduced by 60%. So not only is he going to stop you from getting hit, but if you do get hit, he's going to bring you back. Just an amazing hero. I run him with Sacred Light 99 times out of 100. In some specific circumstances where range is necessary, if I need them to activate right away, he's in the front row, then I might use the Zealous Drive, the offensive talent, but typically I'm running the Sacred Light. I love Bublo on him. Bublo is going to increase your team's movement speed. He's also going to pump out heals consistently. Bublo is one of those pets where the hero doesn't have to be attacked for Bublo to operate. I'm running a survival, keep the damage down, keep the heals going. Treantaur can't heal naturally, but with survival he can. Here's his destiny level. We go back. He's got about 27,000 damage. He's got about 600,000 health. He's got a very slow attack speed. Remember, the lower that number, the faster he attacks, and the higher the number on the shoe, the faster he runs. So he's slow in just a general sense. He's got 1800 accuracy, 3400 dodge, a little bit of crit resist in there. Go to equipment. I have a malaise on him. This will prevent the two heroes from healing. I also have this on Serena, another member of my Guild Wars attack team. This is going to stop. You know, when you're out in Guild Wars and you only have Dovekeeper, Lavanica, and Lazulix, maybe Rosa, left to fight. Well, he's going to stop two of them from healing. And with Serena, in addition, with the malaise, well, now all of a sudden we can get up to 4 heroes from healing. And that's when we start to really pick them off one at a time. As far as his, here's his destiny. As far as his equipment and his traits are concerned, go in here. I have 3 level 5 dodges. I have some health on him. That's great. This was one of the times where, you know, I was rolling for another dodge or two, and because I don't press the 1950 button, I had 2 unlocked. I ended up getting a 5 dodge and a 5 attack, and I just said, you know, let's just call it a day. No reason to waste gems on such a minuscule and a minor part. You know, 1/6 of your trade slot is not worth that. So let's take these first 6. And let's take them for a whirl around the board. Can we use this team? We got 3 red, 2 green, and 1 white. We'll leave it at Treantaur, and we'll make a team with just these guys. All right. So I already have. Good. There's 1. Let's put Gunslinger on there. Let's put the Walla Walla there. Let's put Treantaur there. Anubis is already out on the board. Who are we missing? 1, 2. Oh, we're missing PD. Missing our buddy PD. Let's go. Let's take Walla out. We'll put him back in a minute. My PD is in a totem right now. Bingo. Okay, let's put PD over here. And we can put Walla down here. Okay, we have the 6 heroes that I just looked at. Let's take a look at how they do in combat. What are we going to do? Do we have spells? Let's do some dungeons. Let's go to Insane 410. Let's start there. See how this team does specifically. Now, I don't have... I haven't made any adjustments for the dungeons, okay? I've not put on any Iron Will or any of this stuff. Let's just see how we do immediately, just dropping everybody and letting it roll. You see that all the heroes are gone. So we didn't have any enemies to fight. Once Anubis went off, everybody just got liquefied. Let's try 510. We have an update coming to iOS within the next probably day or two. It probably comes Saturday night. It's Thursday night right now. And that new update features Insane Dungeon 8. And that is going to be fantastic. I'm going to love that. See how we do. Boy, oh boy, look what Pumpkin Duke does to our team. Look at the speed. There's 510. And this isn't even a dungeon team. These are just the first 6 heroes that happen to be in the queue. Let's try Insane 610. Look at those big beasts in the center. Now, this is one of these boards where you have to kind of go around these demons in the center and clear out the buildings. That's something that does take a little bit of time to get that right. So if it doesn't happen the first 1 or 2 times, I'm just going to move on. Okay, now if we directly engage these demons, we're going to get killed. I guess we're not getting killed. Well, that's probably the help of Walla Walla. A little bit of those survival insignias on there. Let's try, what was that, 610? Let's try Insane 710. The furthest that we can get until the new update comes. Where do I want to start? I'll start here. Start with Anubis. We'll drop everybody. Just see how it works. This is creating a Red Warden team. Red Warden gives us extra speed and extra damage. All the heroes are dead. All the bad guys are dead. Now I lost Pumpkin Duke, but if I had Sacred Light Pumpkin Duke on his defensive talent, I definitely wouldn't have lost him. So this is definitely a win. You just have to go through the painfully slow process of knocking out all these stun towers. Now we get a big boost again. We brought Treantaur, brought Pumpkin Duke back from the dead. Look at that. Boom. 710. I don't think I need to revive him for any further game modes. Let's see here. What is this? Let's try a couple of these. Get these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do a couple of these. No more heroes left. Okay, all heroes are dead. Let's see. Hero trials. Let's try. I don't want to lose all my troops. I'll just go with level 12 of the basics. I don't want to lose all my troops and have to redo. They all disappeared because of Anubis's auto proc. Okay, there we go. I don't want to lose all my guardians. Have to rehire them. They need a hire all button. Just press one button and all the guardians come back. Let's see here. HBM again. I'm going to lose my my guardians. I don't want this. I want to show you when I hit 775,000 might. I'm going to show you something on the quest board. Okay, there's a big problem, and I have contacted IGG about this. When I hit 775,000 might, I noticed that I could no longer complete quest boards. I had this in a video, maybe 5-6 videos prior to this one. I couldn't complete quest boards because they are asking me to make a mana or gold donation that exceeds the storage capacity of maximum level gold and mana vaults. Let me show you. Okay, I have. Let's get a little bit more gold, so there's no contention and nobody's saying, "Oh, you didn't have enough," or whatever. Let's just grab some gold real quick, and then we just move on. All right, get out of there. Did we max out on gold? Oh, we still gotta get a little bit more gold. I'm almost done. I want to have max vaults of everything, and then show you what they're asking me to do to complete this task on the quest board. Anybody got any easy gold? Come on, give me some easy gold. About 700,000-800,000 is all I'm gonna really need. Bingo. Okay. Yep. Let's get that. That's plenty. Wonderful. Okay, so I have maximum gold and maximum mana. I have maximum gold vaults down the lower portion of the screen. I have maximum mana vaults in the upper right hand portion of the screen. They cannot be upgraded anymore. They're all level 25. Okay, max level. The most gold, the highest gold amount and mana amount you can hold is 8.4 million. You can see that represented at the top of the screen. When I go to the quest board, I am asked to donate mana, but the amount I'm asked to donate is 8.8 million, 400,000 more than I can carry in the game. Now at 775,000 might, I noticed that I couldn't complete quest boards anymore. I was asked to make, I think it was 8.52 million donation, which just exceeds my capacity by 120,000. Well, immediately I saw that number one, if I go to autocomplete, it is not available for autocomplete. You can't autocomplete this. All you can do is donate. And if you try to donate, let's go to the donate. It's going to ask me for 181 gems in order to complete this tiny little task in a quest board. Well, I felt this way at 75 when it was like 50 gems. I said, forget that. I'm not paying gems to complete a quest board. So what I did was I took a screenshot of this screen we're looking at right now. I took a shot of how many gems they're asking me to pay of my maximum volts. I sent contact to IGG. IGG got back to me maybe 2 days ago. And what I've been doing in the interim is just allowing the remaining time on the quest board to expire. And the next day I do another quest board. It's robbed me of the ability to do quest boards. IGG told me, hey, we've looked into this matter and we have found no anomalies. They said there's no problem. They said there's no problem at all. There's nothing out of the ordinary happening. And I gave them, a proof perfect. A picture showing you 8.52 it was at the time. Well, I've recontacted them again now that I'm at 800,000 might and showing them that it's now 8.8 million. And hopefully they're going to actually believe me. Okay, I don't see how or why I would be making this up. So I'm locked out of quest boards, which is a sad thing to have happen. Let's go to team dungeons. Okay, let's try a Storm Mesa 4 with just the team. Let's reset everybody with just this team that we created. Put PD in the center. Put our boy over here. Put our man here. Nah, we want let's bingo. Just like that. Let's try just our team. Start. See how we do with just the team that we were looking at, that team of 6. We'll try them in a couple different game modes, and then we'll move on. Okay, let's do a 4 times speed. Once that Pumpkin Duke starts going off, it should be just fine. I only have 5 guys. Oh, yeah. So I can only have 5 guys in this game mode. Excuse me. So used to seeing 6. We gonna be able to pull this off in time? I don't know. This is definitely it's not a lava team as far as I'm concerned, or a Storm Mesa team. I seem to be doing okay. We got another 45 seconds. I don't think we can clear all these bosses in time, especially not the way I have these guys set up. Oh, we did a pretty good job of beating on these guys. Let's go into, let's do a public lava. I'll join with the team that I have right now. With this public lava, I know what I'm going to see. The moment I hit join team, I'm going to see somebody who doesn't have an evolved hero. Well, let me join the battle. Yeah, it's all single evolved at least. Okay, very good. Come on. Come on over. Oh, nobody come over. Come on down, Walla. If you don't have evolved heroes, don't be running lava 3 and 4, okay? The people that you find in the public realm just get annoyed with the fact that you are there without an evolved team. Okay, now we got our PD really running. They took an initial hard hit. Again, I'm not setting them up independently for each of these game modes. I'm just trying, general, see what happens. Let's go 4 times speed. Very nice. In about a minute and a half, we got it. Let's go second one from the left. Bingo. Purple. Let's see what garbage they just gave me. Probably gave me a bunch of nonsense. Let's see here. Mythic Lava, chest 3. Let's open that up. Ah, my goodness. So from some lava I was doing a little earlier. Yeah, same stuff, different day. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna need a big team for Labyrinth and all this. I don't need this. It's down here. We got this, we got this, we got this. Okay, back to here. We do all these already. Yeah, I think we pretty much did all these. Let's see here. Where am I sitting in arena? Not very far. Let's try with this team. Foreign team. Let's make my attack team. Boom, boom. I'm going to get liquefied. I'm going to get annihilated. You cannot be putting Pumpkin Duke into your arena team. Let's try it. Let's refresh and see who we got. Okay. Let's take on a Bildor a little easier. He's a 44 and easy. He's going to be nuking my team, no doubt. Okay, put them down here. Let's put this boy back here. Put him over here. Put him over here. Start. See what happens. Watch my heroes just disappear. Okay, against these Levanicas and these Lazulexes. You see the little shade that came up with the Reapster pet when Anubis got himself annihilated. The shade is the only member of my team that's currently alive. So keep and bless the shade. Let me, before I mess things up, let me get out of there. Use up all my arena chances. And let's try a couple of attacks. I'm gonna be taking on all my opponents in the attack. These are all breakthrough level 20. All my opponents in the attack modes are always pretty heavy hitters. All right, let's see here. Who would we start with? We want to drop Anubis first. Boom, boom, boom. PD over here. Tree right there. Now, this is not an attack team by any means. I mean, my gosh, I got Pumpkin Duke in here. Okay, now Lava is dropping all of his critical hits on us. We did pretty well. We took out 4 out of 6 members of their team. Well, I'll be darned. Look at this team functioning. We just took out this Levanica, the Lazulix, the whole deal. We took them all out. Wonderful. And that should, let's see, Expedition, Lost Battlefield. They're going to allow me to do one of those, are they? Does anybody do Arid Ruins? This is another thing that they need to take care of. In the upcoming days, we're going to have that update, and I really look forward to doing an Insane 8 series. I'll go step by step, board by board, maybe make each video an individual board. For right now, we've gone through the top 6 heroes that I've had in terms of my altar queue. We went through Demo Gorgon, Pumpkin Duke, Anubis, Gunslinger, Walla Walla, as well as Treantaur. Each of these 6 I truly recommend. These heroes are amazing. If used in the proper setting, even if used together randomly, we basically stuck them all in a hat, shook it around, and pulled them out. Even when used randomly, they seem to work together, function together great as a team. Upcoming, we got Mike, Sass, Dove, Serena, Lava, as well as our buddy Ashura. We'll look at them on the next trip down the altar. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll check you on the next video, and you have a good one. All right, bye-bye.